You've been breathing your whole life. But what if I told you you've never truly breathed? Because the breath you've known is shallow, rushed, functional. It keeps you alive, yes, but it doesn't make you feel alive. There is another kind of breath. One that doesn't just fill your lungs, it fills your emptiness. It softens the weight you've carried for years and whispers to the wounded places inside you. You're safe now. You can come out. This is not a method. It's a remembering. And today I'll guide you back to it. But first, find a quiet space. Let the noise fall away. Take a sip of water, close your eyes. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose. Because once you begin this journey, you don't go back. You come back to yourself. Have you ever felt exhausted, even after a full night's sleep? Have you ever stood in a room full of people and still felt unseen? Or found yourself staring at nothing with everything in your life fine? Yet something deep inside whispering, this isn't it. That's not burnout, that's not just stress. That is suffocation of the soul. We live in a world that rushes, that demands, that numbs. It teaches us how to survive, but not how to feel. It tells us to push through, not to pause. To distract, not to dive within. So we keep going. We smile when we're tired. We joke when we're hollow. We breathe just enough to stay alive, but not enough to truly live. And somewhere along the way, something sacred went silent. The soul doesn't cry the way the body does. It doesn't bleed or bruise. It tightens your chest. It hides behind shallow breaths. It lives in your shoulders, in your sighs, in your silence. You were never taught to name this pain, so you learned to outrun it, to work harder, to scroll longer, to chase achievements that couldn't fill what was empty inside. But the soul doesn't want more. It wants space, to breathe, to unfold, to come home. And that's what today is about. Because your soul is not sick. It doesn't need fixing. It needs oxygen. It needs your presence, your softness, your attention. And most of all, it needs your breath. So take one more slow inhale. This time, not to survive, but to begin again. In a moment, we'll explore how ancient traditions saw breath as the bridge between body and spirit, and why the modern world forgot. But before we go there, comment below. I'm ready to breathe. Subscribe. Because this is only the beginning. And when you're ready, I'll take your hand and walk you across the forgotten bridge. Long before science gave breath a name, the ancients knew its power. To them, breath wasn't just biology. It was bridge work. A sacred thread tying together heaven and earth, flesh and spirit, seen and unseen. In India, they called it Pra letter 1E47, the life force. Breathing with intention wasn't just exercise. It was energy navigation, a way to move light through the body and emotion through the soul. In Buddhist traditions, they practiced anapanasati, the mindfulness of inhaling and exhaling, a moment-to-moment awareness that dissolved the illusion of separateness and brought you back to the now, where pain could soften and peace could land. The Sufis, in their mystical devotion, breathed the name of the divine with every inhale, not just to remember God, but to become one with Him. Even early Christians whispered their prayers in rhythm with their breath. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me. Inhale, exhale, like spiritual waves washing over the soul. These weren't random rituals, they were remembrance codes, because they understood something profound. The breath is the only body function that is both automatic and voluntary. It runs on its own, yes, but you can also take it back. You can guide it, shape it, send it inward like a messenger. And when you do, it becomes medicine. This wasn't coincidence. This was design. The universe gave you one tool hidden in plain sight that you could use at any moment to return home. And now, science is finally catching up. But before we talk about that, before we quote studies and theories, let's do what the ancients did. Let's practice. Because healing doesn't live in ideas, it lives in experience, in silence, in sensation. in the sacred rhythm between inhale and exhale. So if you haven't already, comment below, "I'm ready to breathe." Subscribe so we can walk this path together. Now, close your eyes, feel the ground beneath you. Let your breath move without force. We are about to begin. Before we begin, I want you to know something. You are safe here. You are allowed to pause, to soften, to feel. This ritual is not about perfection. It's not about controlling the breath. It's about remembering that your body already knows how to come home if you simply let it. So find your seat. Let your spine rise, not stiff but soft like a candle flame. Let your shoulders melt down. Let your hands rest wherever they wish. Close your eyes gently and let the outside world fade for a moment. Now, bring your awareness to the breath, not to change it yet, just to notice. The way it moves, the way it feels, like waves lapping at the shore of your ribs. This first practice is known to science as the physiological sigh, but to your nervous system, it's simply the breath that says, "You can let go now. You're safe." When you're ready, follow my guidance. Inhale slowly through your nose, deep into your belly. Now take a second, shorter inhale through your nose, like topping off your lungs. Pause for a heartbeat. Then exhale gently through your mouth, long and soft, as if sighing after a long, heavy day. Let's do that again. Inhale. Hold. And exhale slowly. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tension slipping down your spine, like mist dissolving in morning light. Let's go one more time. Deep inhale through the nose. Quick second inhale on top. Hold. And exhale. As if letting go of every tight grip, every unspoken fear, every "I have to hold it all together" you've ever carried. Just notice how something is already changing, how quiet is beginning to return. Let the breath find its rhythm again. Let it settle like snow falling in a silent forest. This breath is simple, yet its effect is ancient. It tells your vagus nerve, you're not in danger. It signals your brain, it's safe to rest. And it whispers to your soul, you don't need to be strong all the time. That ache in your chest, that tightening in your throat, those aren't signs of weakness. They're signs you've been holding your breath for far too long. And now your body is remembering how to release. Let yourself feel that. This is the kind of breath you take after you cry, after you survive, after you stop pretending. And the beautiful truth is, you don't need to wait for breakdown to breathe this way. You can choose it every day, every moment. Let this be your first ritual of return. One breath, one sigh, one surrender at a time. And when you're ready, I'll guide you into the next layer, where we breathe not just for safety, but for cleansing, for clearing, for remembering. Let's move forward into the sacred rhythm of 4-7-8. You've softened. You've begun to let the body feel safe again. Now we go deeper, because once safety is found, the soul begins to whisper, "Now can I be cleansed?" What you're about to practice is not just a breath. It's a rhythm of release, a sacred cadence used by monks, mystics, and healers to bring the mind into stillness, the body into balance, and the soul into clarity. It's known today as the 4-7-8 breath, but in truth it's the ancient pulse of presence. A breath in 4 beats, a pause in trust, an exhale in surrender. Let's begin. Sit with ease, close your eyes once again. Let your belly be soft. Let your face be calm like a still lake under moonlight. Bring your attention inward. We'll move together now through 3 gentle cycles. Cycle 1, inhale softly through your nose for a slow count of 4. feel the breath enter your belly like warm light. Now hold your breath for 7 seconds. This is not tension, it is trust. Hold space. Let silence bloom inside you. Now exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. Let the air carry away what no longer belongs, old thoughts, old stories, old fears. Notice the emptiness, the quiet, the reset. Let's go again. Cycle 2, inhale. Imagine drawing in golden mist from the earth. Hold. Let that golden mist swirl through your chest, through your spine, through every forgotten place. Exhale. Let it wash out through your heart like a river carrying away all weight. Pause. Feel that. This is the breath your ancestors once knew. The breath of monks in caves, of mothers in silence, of seekers beneath stars. One more time. Cycle 3, inhale. Feel the breath like a prayer without words rising from your belly to your heart. Hold. In stillness, this moment is a temple, and you are sitting at the altar. Exhale. Slowly release expectations. Release what you thought you had to be. Release the fight. Now let go of all control. Let the breath find its own flow again. You are no longer the one doing the breathing. You are simply the one being breathed. And in this gentle truth, the soul finds peace. Let yourself sit in this afterglow. You've just shifted your nervous system. You've just regulated energy. You've just spoken a sacred language your soul never forgot. If tears arise, let them. If stillness comes, welcome it. If nothing happens, trust that something still did. Because this breath doesn't shout, it cleanses in whispers. And now we prepare to return to stillness, to silence, to simply being. In the next part, you won't learn more, you'll just rest. So stay with me. You're doing beautifully, and we're not done yet. Now let go of all patterns. Let go of the counting. Let go of the techniques. Let go of the need to do it right. Just breathe. Not to fix anything, not to achieve anything. Simply to be. Notice your breath now, how it returns gently to its own rhythm. No force, no control, like a river flowing home after a storm. Let your awareness soften. Let it rest not in your mind, but in your body, in your chest, your belly, your hands, your bones. Can you feel it? That quiet warmth rising from within. That gentle spaciousness opening up between thoughts. That is stillness. Not silence from the world, but silence within. The kind that doesn't ask anything of you. That just welcomes you, exactly as you are. Now place your hand on your heart and just feel the rise and fall, the movement of life. This is your sanctuary, your breath, your body, yourself. You didn't earn this peace, you remembered it. And the more you come back here, the more this stillness will stay. Because healing doesn't always come in waves. Sometimes it arrives like this, softly, quietly in the space after the breath. Cloud, take one more slow inhale. And as you exhale, whisper inside, I am here. And here is enough. What you've just done may seem simple, but it is nothing short of sacred. 2 breath rituals, just a few minutes. But in that space, you reset your nervous system. You quieted the mind. You softened the grip of fear. And perhaps for the first time in a long time, you heard your soul again. This is not magic. It's not hype. It's not a wellness trend. It is biological wisdom meeting spiritual remembrance. Let's recap gently. The physiological sigh told your body, you're safe. It cleared the tension of survival. It gave your nervous system permission to rest. The 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 breath told your soul, you can let go. It brought coherence to your heart, clarity to your energy, and space for your truth to emerge. These aren't just techniques, they are medicine. The kind you carry within you, the kind that doesn't run out, the kind you can use anytime life becomes too loud. So the next time anxiety rises, breathe. When grief swells, breathe. When you feel lost, numb, or overwhelmed, breathe. Because this breath is not a reaction, it's a return. A return to balance, to stillness, to yourself. And if you want a longer guided version of these practices, comment below. I want the full ritual. We'll create a full-length experience just for you. In the next part, we'll seal this journey with one final breath and a truth you were never meant to forget. Let this land deeply. You are not broken. You never were. The world may have told you otherwise, that your anxiety meant you were damaged, that your sadness was a flaw, that your pain was a problem. But the truth is simple. You were never sick, only disconnected. Disconnected from your breath, from your body, from the quiet voice within that always knew how to lead you home. And now, you've begun to remember. Every breath you took today was a whisper of truth, a message from your soul that said, I'm still here, and I'm ready. So let this be the first of many returns, a ritual you come back to, not when things fall apart, but every day you wish to live from center. Cloud if this journey stirred something inside you like this video. Comment below, I choose healing. Subscribe so you don't miss the next step. Because in our next journey, we'll explore how to use breath to unlock buried emotions like grief, anger, or numbness, and let them flow safely without fear. You are not a prisoner of your state. You are the creator of it. This is the path of healing, not by force but by breath. So take one final inhale with me, exhale gently, and come home.